everyone, my name is LaShawn and welcome back to my channel, The Yokohama Life. Today I'm going to talk about what to bring in your Japanese hospital bag. So let's get started. Okay, so for those who are new to my channel, my name is LaShawn. I am a mother living in Tokyo, Japan, not Yokohama despite my channel name. I was living in Yokohama, but I moved. But anyway, that's off topic. So my daughter is 4 months old, and when I was pregnant with her, I did a lot of research online to try and find out what I should expect at the hospital and what kinds of things I should bring with me. The problem I ran into was that there wasn't a lot of information that was available that pertained to Japanese hospitals. They were all made by women who lived in the West, like in the United States, and the birthing experience in the US is very, very different than what you will experience here in Japan. So although all of those hospital bags were really great, they just weren't really applicable to what I was going to go through. So I should have made this video a long time ago while like everything was so fresh in my mind, but I've just been so freaking busy like taking care of my baby that I haven't had a chance to. So if I forget anything, I apologize, I'm sorry, but I will type up a list of everything and I will post it on my website. So if there's anything missing from this video, just go check out my website, theyokohamalife.com, where I'll have like a downloadable checklist that you can print out and take with you. So first up, this is my Japanese hospital bag. But now it's actually my diaper bag. It was my hospital bag. This is what I use to take everything with me inside of. And as you can see, it's not very big. You don't need a very large bag. So you're probably going to stay in a hospital for like 5 days, you know, for 4 nights. And although that seems like a long time, there's not a lot of things, there aren't a lot of things that you need to actually bring with you. And that's because like 90% of the stuff you'll need will be provided to you by the hospital, okay? So just keep that in mind. So the things that you will bring with you should be focused around comfort. And that's like your top priority. All of the things you need, the hospital will give to you. All the things you bring should provide some level of comfort to you. And so those are the things I'm going to focus on in this video, okay? There are some necessities that I will go through now. I'm not going to share everything because it's mostly just diaper stuff in here now. But something I always keep in here, even though it's my diaper bag, is this little packet here. Inside of here, I have my maternal child handbook that I showed in another video. And this is something you'll have with you throughout your pregnancy. So you'll probably want to get like a little pouch or something to keep it in. Like this, it's just like from the 100 yen shop. It only costs $1. You'll also want your insurance card and your hospital card. And funny thing is, when I got to the hospital, I had my hospital card, my insurance card with me. I walked up to the front desk and I was going to hand it in as usual. And they're like, oh, we don't need it, just go upstairs. I was like, okay. It's like a small private hospital and they were expecting me and they all knew like who I was because I was the only foreigner there. So I just, you know, walked upstairs and a nurse was waiting for me. She came out, gave me some forms I had to fill out. You will need your hanko to stamp your name. So you need one for yourself and one for your spouse as well. All right. So yes, you need your maternal handbook, your insurance card, your hospital card, your hanko. You will also need cash, probably. That depends on how much your hospital costs. The one I went to was a private hospital. It did cost me around 800,000 yen. That is not an exaggeration. We did have to pay half of it in a deposit a few months prior to even reserve my spot at that hospital. And then we had to pay like a couple installments and then one big final payment at the very end of my hospital stay. So on my very last day, just before I went home, a nurse came in, tallied up everything, and told us how much we had to pay. So basically you need an envelope full of cash to hand to them when your hospital stay is over. If you have not checked out my Japanese maternity hospital video yet, I highly suggest you do, because that'll give you a really good idea of what will be included in your room. So you'll know like what you might not need to bring. So for example, toiletries. Just about every toiletry you'll need will be there in the hospital room. The only time you'll want to bring your own is if you're really picky about a certain toiletry. So like, for example, shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, those are provided for you. But you know, my hair type is very different from a Japanese person's hair type. So I prefer to use my own shampoo, but you don't want to take like a large bottle of shampoo or conditioner with you because it's too heavy, it's going to take up space. So what I did, and these are the actual ones that I took with me, I just got these little bottles from the 100 yen shop, and let's see if I can even open this. And I just put a little bit of my own personal shampoo and hair lotion and conditioner in here because I have really curly hair, and I took these with me. You just need like a small sample size, and so that was really helpful. But if you have like a hair texture that's similar to Japanese people, you don't need this. Like, you can just use what is provided for you. Another thing you may or may not want to bring is like your facial products. For example, facial cleanser, lotion. Like if you have like a skincare routine, then you might want to consider just putting in tiny bottles like this, some kind of travel size pouch. You don't want to bring a lot. Again, it's just for a couple days, so even if you're really into skincare, like, you can just relax for a few days. Like, after you have your baby, you're not gonna feel like doing it. You're just gonna want to relax in bed, no bother. You might throw in some makeup when you have visitors and guests coming, but other than that, you're going to be exhausted. You're not even going to want to move. Like, it's gonna be, you know, pretty painful. So you may or not want to bring face stuff. In my room that I had, there was already cleanser there. They already had facial lotion and everything, so that was taken care of. I just mentioned makeup. I don't wear makeup most days. It's really, really rare that I would wear makeup, so I didn't pack any with me. But if you want to look really good, you know, for your pictures right after the baby's born, or if you're doing videos, then go ahead, pack some makeup. Also makeup remover. Although the facial cleanser that they included in my room was like a makeup removing cleanser. So when you go like to one of your checkups during your pregnancy, check with your hospital to see like what kind of products they have. Usually they'll let you do a room tour, and you might not need to bring makeup remover with you because the facial cleanser they have might be good enough. One thing I did take with me that I'm really, really glad I did is this lip balm. It's something that doesn't seem important, but oh my god, like this is just, it's so comforting to have. Like from the beginning of my induction until when my baby was born, I was in labor for like 31 hours. It was long, it was excruciating, I was tired, I was in a lot of pain, and my lips were like, they would have been chapped and bleeding like if I hadn't taken this with me. Like, just take some kind of lip balm. Take something that is comforting for you, like a scent. So even if you don't have dry lips, just take something you can put on like with a scent that will relax you and make you feel like, you know, a little bit more at ease. And another thing, take deodorant. Yeah, I mean, if you're, you know, a Westerner, chances are deodorant's something that's part of your daily routine, and you'll want to have it at the hospital, but it's not going to be something that the hospital will provide because most Japanese people don't wear deodorant. They don't need to. They don't smell like us, you know, when they get hot and sweaty. So yeah, be sure to take deodorant with you. Also Q-tips. I think my hospital had some Q-tips, but they're like really kind of soft and squishy. Like, I like to clean my ears after every shower, so just a couple. You don't need to take a pack. Just like take like I don't know, 5 or so, and just put them in a little baggie with your makeup. And your hairbrush and hairband, those are things you'll want to bring. I recommend, like, regardless of how long your hair is, that you bring a band that will fit over your head to completely keep the hair off of your face. Because while you're in labor, you're gonna be sweating like crazy, and you're not gonna want your hair touching your face. Like, you're gonna want as little touching your body, your face and body, like, as possible. So you want to get it up, not only off of your face, but off of your neck, just to try and, you know, keep cool. Even if you're having your baby in the winter, you're going to be hot and sweaty during labor. For me personally, I had a fever for like several hours after I had my baby. I had to stay in the delivery room even after my husband had gone home and they took the baby to the nursery. I was just like laying there on my own because they wouldn't let me go to my room until my fever started to go down. So yeah, you want to keep your hair up so you can try and stay cool. And I recommend packing a Ziploc bag, a large Ziploc bag, not just to carry your toiletries in, but you're gonna need something to put like your dirty clothes in. Specifically, this is gross, but you're gonna need something to put your dirty underwear in, because, you know, after you have a baby, things are gonna be kind of bloody. Yeah. You got to get used to this kind of stuff. You're gonna have a baby, you're gonna be bleeding all over the place, okay? Yeah, so you won't be able to do your laundry while you're there. The hospital will wash things that belong to the hospital. So every day someone came and brought me fresh robes. They brought me fresh towels and stuff like that. But when it comes to the underwear, you have to take it home with you at the end of the week, and it's all going to be dirty. So I recommend having a Ziploc bag that you can just stuff your underwear and your bras in, and then just, you know, seal your clothes and hide it somewhere in the bottom of your bag and clean it once you get home. So one thing that I highly, highly, highly recommend you bring, and this is something I did not have, and I really, really wish I did, and that is bring your own pillow. I'm not kidding. Take one pillow with you, make it your favorite pillow, whatever offers the most comfort and the most support, because chances are, like, whatever pillow they have at the hospital, it's just not going to be that good. Like, it'll get the job done, I guess, but like, the hospital I was at had these 2 giant, big, beautiful looking fluffy pillows, but the moment my head touched them, they completely deflated. Like, they were so useless, even with the 2 of them stacked together, and I had them against the headboard of the bed. I couldn't sit upright without feeling the wood of the headboard like pressing into my back, and it was really painful. So take a good, like, comfortable, supportive pillow with you. And also take some slippers. If you are the kind of person who doesn't like walking in those slippers with like the open backs to them, they kind of look like flip-flops. I don't know why, but every time I try to walk in them, I end up sending like a slipper like flying across the room. I cannot keep them on my feet to save my life. So I'd rather have some that slips on more like shoes, you know, something that's closed in the back. So yeah, I suggest, especially if it's winter time, you'll probably want to take some slippers that are really warm and like have really thick, you know, cushions at the bottom. Yeah, it's not necessary. Again, the hospital will provide these, but these are more for comfort if you're someone who's picky like me. Also socks. I suggest bringing season, like, appropriate socks. So if it's winter, you might want some that'll come up quite high and that are thick. If it's summer, you just might want like something that just comes, like, barely comes up to your ankles. Maybe also compression socks if you have a lot of swelling during your pregnancy, because chances are you'll continue having swelling in your legs once your baby is born. So these lovely underwear will be provided to you by the hospital, but usually they only provide you with like one. They can give you more for an extra fee, but I found that you can usually buy these for slightly cheaper online. Like if you have Amazon Prime, you get like free shipping. then it's cheaper to just get them online. And I don't know if you can see, but with these particular underwear, they're very different from the ones that women in the US wear. In the US, women typically wear like the mesh type of underwear, whereas with these, they're like regular underwear, but they have a Velcro flap. And the reason you want to wear these and not the mesh ones is because the nurses are gonna come into your room at any given hour, and they're just gonna open the flap and start checking things out. I'm not kidding. Like, we're talking like in the middle of the night. It could be like 1 in the morning, a nurse comes knocking on the door and like, oh, I'm just gonna check on you. And they're just like, whoop, okay, everything looks good. So you need to have these Velcro type underwear, and you need to be wearing like the hospital robes that they provide you with so they can do, you know, those health checks more easily. Personally, I bought like five pairs of these because I had one for like each day. Nursing bras. Again, the hospital does provide nursing bras, but personally, the ones that they provided me didn't fit that well. They were either too small or too loose. And what I found was that the Medela nursing bras are so much better. They're like kind of like sports bras. Like, you don't have to fumble around with like, you know, getting the hooks in place. Try to find a nursing bra that doesn't have hooks, because you're going to be so sore after childbirth. Even though it involves like the lower half of your body, you're gonna have a lot of back pain. Your rib cage is going to be hurting, and it's gonna hurt like just to reach around your body in any kind of way. So I suggest just getting like a sports bra type of nursing bra. You know what I mean? Anyway, if you're not sure what I mean, I'll link it on my website. Just check out the blog post. And you don't need many, just like 3 nursing bras tops. In addition to those things, you'll want to bring some snacks and drinks. I just mean like snacks that you can keep with you in your room in case you get hungry late at night during your stay. Just something that doesn't need any kind of preparation, just like dried fruit, anything that will be healthy and will give you vitamins and energy. I did find one really good Japanese hospital bag by Jocelyn Saito, and in her video she mentioned bringing a cup with a straw, and this was such a great recommendation. You'll want a cup with a straw because while you're in labor and after you've had your baby, you're just not going to want to, you might not even be able to lift yourself up to like open a water bottle or something to get a drink. So you want something with a straw like this, preferably with a straw that's curved, so even like your partner can just hold it up to your mouth, like the side of your mouth like this, and you can drink from it while you're lying down in bed. That's really important. Sorry, I had to get some. But what I like about this cup in particular is that it is thermal, so it keeps whatever I put in it at that temperature for a long time. So throughout my stay, I just kept getting like, I kept refilling this with like cold water, like ice cold water, and it was so nice to have, especially late at night. Say if I woke up at like 2 in the morning or something, I just kept this at the bedstand. I only had to like reach my head up and I only had to reach my head over, drink from it, and then you know what I mean. So yes, this is an absolute must-have. Get a cup with a straw, preferably a thermal cup. When it comes to painkillers, your hospital is going to provide you with that. But if you have any kind of medication that you usually take, check with your hospital first that it's okay to bring it and that it's okay to take, you know, together with whatever they give you. But you don't want to forget those. And let's talk about clothing. In the couple of videos I did find, everyone seemed to take way too much clothing. And this is really important. Something you need to understand is that when you go to the hospital, the gown, like the hospital robe and gown that they put you in, is really what you should wear every day while you're there, until it's time for you to go home. because like I mentioned, the nurses are going to come into your room at any given time, and they're going to just open things up and check you. So if you're wearing like your normal clothes that you brought from home, that could really like make things much harder for them. Plus you don't have to feel like self-conscious about it, because all of the women are going to be wearing those gowns and robes, and they're going to be walking around a hospital like that. It's perfectly okay. So only bring one set of clothing to change into when it's time for you to go home. Really, just one. Even when you plan on having guests and stuff over, like, you're not going to feel like, you know, changing out of your gown to get into special clothes just for the guests, and then changing back out of those again for the nurses to come back and check on you. So just bring one shirt, and bring one pair of like pants or whatever. You might want to just bring your maternity pants. Like, yeah, you're gonna be smaller, but especially like if you have a C-section or something, it's gonna hurt having anything tight, you know, on your waist. So I recommend just bring a pair of your maternity pants. So one set of clothes to change into to go home, and the same thing for the baby. So you're probably wondering, like, what's my baby gonna wear? I know, like, you probably have a ton of like these really cute and adorable like newborn clothes, but leave them at home. Trust me, like, don't bring them with you. The hospital is going to have the baby dressed the way that is most convenient for them to help the baby and help you. So my baby was, you know, dressed up in a little hospital gown. I'll show a picture. And she was swaddled in like one of the hospital towels. And every day the hospital staff actually gave her a bath. And I didn't even have a chance to change her clothes except for once during that entire stay. It's kind of funny, like, I had my baby late at night on the 26th. It was like at 10 p.m. And when I woke up the next morning, they had already given her a bath. I didn't even see my baby's first bath. Like, she was already in a new, like, fresh set of clothing, and her hair was all done and everything. So you won't be, you know, playing around dressing your baby and stuff like that. The nurses are going to take care of that. But you will need to bring a set of clothing to take your baby home. Make sure, you know, it is seasonally appropriate. So you want like a hat, some kind of like undergarment, and something to go over it, maybe some little mitts. I'll show you a picture. Don't worry about bringing baby Pampers or baby wipes. The hospital will have those, and you'll have extra that you can take home with you. You will need to have those things at home, of course, but you don't need to take them to the hospital with you. If you're a bit paranoid and think you might somehow run out, just take 1 or 2 diapers tops, like no more than that. You won't need it. But I ended up coming home with more than half a bag of, you know, diapers from the hospital. Like, she didn't go through a whole bag while she was there of the newborn diapers. Also, baby formula, you don't need to take with you. The hospital will provide you with baby formula and baby bottles and all of that stuff. They even gave us some bottles to take home, which was nice. There's like a big can of the baby formula as well. So everything your baby needs will be given to you. Don't bother, you know, packing it in your bag. Just the one set of clothes that you want to, you know, dress your baby up to take home and take photos in. As far as the delivery room is concerned, I personally didn't really have a birthing plan. Like, I just wanted to get the whole birthing process done and over with. But if you're someone who has specific things that you'll want to bring with you, check with your hospital that it's okay first, and then go ahead and pack those and bring it. I'll cover a few of the things that I did take with me in the nursing room. Not the nursing room. I'll cover a few of the things that I did take with me in the delivery room. So like I mentioned before, I took this cup, which was an absolute must. And also my husband took his phone, his smartphone camera. But one of the things he didn't have that, you know, we kind of wish he did is like a small tripod. And I mean like something really tiny like this, that you can just like set in a corner and just let it run like while you're having your baby. I know some people think, why would you want to record that? But some people want those memories, okay? Whatever. But yeah, but you want something small. You want to use a small tripod like this so it doesn't get in the way of any of the doctors and nurses. Just something you can set to the side and it can be filming and you don't have to worry about it. Just a side note, I didn't know this was going to happen. One of the nurses in the delivery room did have a camera and she was recording the whole thing. So I actually have like my birthing video on DVD that they gave me like when I was going home. And yeah, your hospital may or may not do that. Some hospitals are okay with you bringing your camera, some hospitals are not. But I think as long as you write it down and include it in your birthing plan, then you should have no problem bringing your camera. Another thing that I highly recommend bringing is a fan, like a small portable fan, like this. I had my baby, you know, in September. It was a pretty cool month, but like I said, I had a fever and it was just so freaking hot. But the thing is, they can't lower the temperature in the room because they have to keep it warm for when the baby's born. So instead, you'll want to get like a small fan that you can keep like turned on and like pointing directly at you, just to keep yourself cool, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the baby's temperature or anything. I have this one. It's nice because it's rechargeable and it's just so portable, so it's easy to take from room to room with me. So in terms of like other electronics that you want to bring, I mentioned your phone already. So although your phone has a camera, you might want to bring like an additional one, like a more high quality one that's dedicated just to like taking pictures and video. Make sure you have like a new memory card in it or one that isn't full. And also make sure to bring your chargers, so your phone charger and your camera charger. Also, you might want to consider bringing your laptop if your hospital has Wi-Fi, which mine did not. Like, come on, I had my baby in 2019 and they didn't have Wi-Fi. They just had like an Ethernet cable, and look, there's, yeah, I can't use that. So you might not want to bring your laptop if they don't have Wi-Fi. Check on that beforehand. But definitely bring your phone and your camera and bring your chargers. Also, bring some headphones. I suggest don't bring like a giant headset, just, you know, like some AirPods or just something small that you can just keep like in the pocket of your bag. One thing I almost forgot to mention, this isn't necessary, but it's nice to have, and that is a breast pump. They do have breast pumps at the hospital that they'll let you use. But if you already invested in your own breast pump and you want to learn how to use it or practice using it, it's good to take with you to the hospital. So I did take my own with me, and the nurses sanitized it for me and they helped me set it up and showed me how to use it. So that was really good. So I was able to pump some milk for my baby, and then I left that milk with the nurses and they were able to feed it to my baby while it was sleeping. So that was really nice. So yeah, you're probably wondering what like this giant bag is. This right here, this is the actual bag that my Japanese hospital gave to me at the beginning of my hospital stay. And basically there was like just so much stuff in here. Like, look at this. It's massive and it's heavy. It doesn't have the hospital stuff in it now, it just has like the baby clothes in it, but this is how big it was, this is how full it was. That's why I say when you have a baby in Japan, pack your hospital bag as light as possible, because you're not only going to be bringing this home, but you're going to be bringing something like this home. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'll show you a picture of like everything that was included in this bag, but it had all of the bare essentials like postpartum pads and nursing pads, and it had the postpartum underwear inside of it. It also had like these little hand sheets. These are for cleaning the baby's hands. They had some for cleaning the baby's mouth as well. They had like some skincare sets. This is for mom and baby, like some lotion and stuff in it. And they also had like some nipple creams and whatnot. They had a couple different varieties of nipple creams. Like they had this one, but they also gave me a tube of the Medela one, which I really liked. So yeah, pack light because you're gonna be lot of stuff. So yeah, I hope that you found this video helpful. If so, please let me know in a comment below. Or if you have any questions, as always, please ask them and I will definitely try to answer them to the best of my ability. Also, I want to say thank you because my channel finally hit 100 subscribers. Yay! So, thank you so much to everyone who subscribed. Yeah, I'm just surprised that anyone watches these videos. So I'm really excited and really grateful. But yeah, I will try to post another video soon, covering exactly how much it costs us in total, from the beginning of my pregnancy all the way until we came home with the baby. So look forward to that video and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.